Today on Awakening with Amy, the only process you need to manifest your dream life. Welcome, I'm Amy Valentine, here to help awaken within you your ideal life so you can be, do, and have any desire. And today we're going to talk about manifesting, consciously creating our dream life, no matter what is going around. Why wish fulfilled, what Neville Goddard meant about wish fulfilled, and why assuming fulfillment is so powerful. This is really coming from, I was inspired a couple days ago. It was August 10th. It would have been my sweet dog Ezzie's 12th birthday, and a lot of you know already that she made her transition about 6 months ago. And, I've been kind of all year, I've been like up and down learning from this whole process, this whole thing about her death, her transition. So anyway, happened again. I was having a really crappy couple days and, just really sad and kind of feeling sorry for myself and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, after that, it was a couple days later, I was driving down the road. This just happened this week, which inspired this video. I was driving down the road and I realized one of my tires was like at 15%. It's supposed to be like 35%. It was at like 15% and it was going down, 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 down. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I found one of those quickie kind of tire places around my house. And I drove in, and anyway, they looked at my tires and they couldn't find, I thought there might have been like, a nail in it or something. They couldn't find anything. But what he did find, he said, both of your front tires are almost completely bald. You need new tires. And in that moment, I was just feeling the loss, the lack, the gut punch. I'm like, what? What do you mean I need? He's like, well, you need all 4 new tires, but right now, he's like, I suggest getting 2 front ones now, and next month getting the rear ones done as well. So in that moment, I was like, oh God. And then I just decided, wait a minute, no, hold on. I can choose how I want to see this. And he said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, let's just do it, So anyway, I had to wait. It was like an hour and like 10 minutes or so, hour and 15 minutes. And I waited for that. And I had that whole time to really, really contemplate wish fulfilled. Neville Goddard's beautiful message of that feeling, that what is that feeling of wish fulfilled, is not to be stirred by the circumstances, the appearances, what it looked like. And I saw my car on the lift thingy, and I saw the guy, taking the tires off, saw it go up, up, up the lift. And I realized, I thought, oh, isn't that an interesting metaphor, that my 2 front tires were bald? Meaning, if I want to move forward in my life, I have to let go of that feeling of non-fulfillment, of loss. Right? That's what my dog came to teach me. I think that's my life theme, is to redefine that word loss and really honestly understand there's no such thing as loss. And why? Because there is no source of lack. There's no source of loss. There's no source of fear. There's only a source of abundance, of love, of fulfillment. And bear with me. Let me break this down in this video today, because wish fulfilled is not a fleeting feeling. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be happy. We're not talking about any of those fleeting, changing experiences of emotions in a physical body. What I'm talking about is around that feeling of what the appearances seem like at that time, is that feeling of wish fulfilled, which is the law of assumption. Who and what I say I am, who and what I assume I am, is how I define my life experience. So you me, we all are the source, the cause of our reality. Our I am awareness is who and what we say we are. Well, when we see through the eyes of I am fulfilled, that will rearrange everything that's going on in the physical reality to work for you. So understand that nothing is what it appears to be. If you define everything as a positive experience, no matter what your fleeting thoughts or emotions are at any moment, who cares? Let them all come and go, right? It's, what does it all mean? You are the only one that has free will to choose that. And that is the power of understanding what wish fulfilled really, really means. So let's read a Neville Goddard quote, and then let's get deep into this video and what wish fulfilled, what that feeling really is. It is a delusion that other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you can do anything to aid the realization of your desire. It is a delusion to think you can do anything to make it happen. It's a delusion, Neville's saying, but to understand what is that feeling of wish fulfilled, it's that inner conviction of who you really are. When you know yourself, you will be known from the Gospel of Thomas, the lost teachings of Jesus. When you know yourself, meaning when you don't define yourself through the flat tires and saying that that's bad and it must be a bad thing. No, it must be a good thing. What is it pointing to? I get to say what it means. When you know yourself as one with Creator, one with Source, so you are the source of your physical reality. You are here, made in the image and likeness of God, of Source, to have an experience. Not to be unfulfilled, but to remember that there's only fulfillment. How can that be, right? Because there's non-fulfillment all over. No, there's the experience of non-fulfillment. But if you weren't totally, wholly, complete, and perfect and fulfilled right now, you couldn't even have that experience of non-fulfillment because you were the operant power, like Neville says. You operate the universal forces. It operates through you, as you. Understand the 3D, the physical world, the universe has no free will of its own. It operates according to your commands. You create in every moment, whether you're aware of it or unaware of it, conscious or unconscious, every single moment. We don't have to learn how to manifest. We have to learn how to redefine what manifesting is. To be a conscious creator, to understand that it's only ever, we have a start over, a do-over right now in every moment. So we want to see through the eyes of fulfillment. That's the only process that you need. That's the only process we ever need, is to see through the eyes of wish fulfilled. And when we do, it rearranges everything in our reality to mimic, to match, to mirror that inner conviction of fulfillment within. Remember, there is no right way to do anything. There is no right way to be it. I am is the way. Meaning there is no right way to create abundance, to create more love, to create any desire. The being that abundance is the way. Meaning pointing to who you really are. I am that I am. I am one with Creator, always. I forget that sometimes. I separate myself unknowingly from that, but the separation is an illusion. It's not the whole picture. It's not what it appears to be. No facts are final. There's only ever abundance, and by assuming the idea already exists right now, any idea, that's thinking from abundance. That converts it into a physical experience. That's the only process you need. There's only abundance. Everything happens in harmony with your assumptions, who and what you assume you are. The words I am is the way. I am is your awareness of being. Whatever you say, knowingly or unknowingly, after the words I am, creates it right now. In other words, opens that world up to you. And you have the free will to decide what that all means. So Bashar says, the teacher Bashar, who I love, says there's no source of lack. There's no such thing as lack. There's no lack of trust, no lack of confidence, no lack of abundance, no lack of love, etc. But what there is a 100% trust and belief in lack, and that's what creates the experience. Meaning there's no source of lack. There's one source, and it's only abundance. And that's the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The inner conviction that there's only one source, one love, one energy, and it's abundant. So when you are lacking money, lacking love, lacking anything, feeling that constriction, that lack makes us feel, we're doing it from that state of abundance. Bashar says you were always abundant in something. So when you're in lack, you have an abundance of lack. You're trusting in lack, so that's why you're having that experience. There's no such thing as a lack of trust. Isn't that powerful to know that? We are always abundant in something, so why not use abundance? I am abundant. I am free. I am love. I am whoever I say I am because I'm the source. I'm the cause. I am the only one that operates that universal power that I am one with at all times. It's really what the holographic, non-local nature of the universe means. The holographic nature of the universe means that all that is, right? That in a hologram, when you take any part of that hologram, within that part is the whole hologram, is the all. That meaning wherever you are, all of God is. And what is God? I think Anita Morzani say that she was shocked to learn that God is the state of consciousness, a state of pure, unconditional love. That's all God is. And we're one with that energy. It's the consciousness of I am that I am. I am, and I get to choose. I'm here with free will to choose, to decide, to select any idea I want. My identity, top down. Be as I am, be as that abundance, and everything must rearrange itself to show you that. Seeing through the eyes of abundance is the only process you need, no matter what's happening. Just make it okay, right? It's all good and very good. It's all perfect. It's all working out. Everything is, and here's 3 sort of ideas that will help drill this home to understand the nature of energy in the universe and how it works, and to understand that fulfillment is the only option. It's the only process you need to come from that assumption of your wish fulfilled, right? And like Neville says, it's delusion to think you could do anything. Remember, man's will is I will be. It's always past tense or future tense. I will be. I'll try, right? But God's will is only ever present tense. It doesn't understand the past. It doesn't understand the future. It's only present. That's why you get a do-over in every moment. You command to create your reality right now. There is no past. There is no future. There's only right now. And you get to choose who you say you are. So here's the 3 kind of components that I broke down that kind of help nail this teaching in. Number 1, like Bashar says, there's only ever here and now. Neville says creation is finished. A Course in Miracles says the script is written, meaning every assumption, every idea, concept you have of yourself has its own script. own unique world. So don't devalue any of it. Don't devalue the one that feels lacking, the one that feels limited. No, it's because remember, it's holographic. In that feeling of lack, that experience of lack is the all, is the pure abundance that you are, because you couldn't even have that experience of lack if you weren't purely, fully fulfilled and abundant right now. Remember, there's no source of lack. There's one source, and it's abundance. Number 2, understand that the physical reality, circumstances, events, people are always changing. They're always in flux. That's why the circumstances don't matter. They're always changing. So why not come through the eyes of fulfillment? So they're always changing into more fulfillment, even if it's something that you don't want. Just because you can have that idea, that state of consciousness of fulfillment, and still see something that you don't like, and still see something that you don't prefer. But instead of pushing against it or resisting it, just say, no, I don't agree with that as my reality. It has a right to exist, but it's not my choice. That's your free will, your freedom to choose how you want to experience it, right? Number 3, free will. You are free to choose how you see yourself, how you see your world, how you see others, and it's moment to moment to moment. That's what free will means. Your freedom to select any idea. Bashar says you're here to create the meaning, meaning everything is neutral. The universe doesn't have free will of its own to exert itself into your reality and tell you there is one way. This is the only way to do it. Now, you get to choose that. You are free. Abraham Hicks says, you are so free, you can choose bondage, right? But the good news is you can choose, just as soon as you choose that bondage, you can choose freedom. So powerful it is. So the only process you need is to understand who you really are, that you are fulfillment. There's only one source. You're connected to that source always, always, always. It's only here and now. It's non-local, meaning it isn't ever in one place. If it's non-local, it's everywhere, all at once. Really, really let that sink in. So tell the story. Tell the fulfillment story. Even amongst the things that appear to be non-fulfillment, understand you couldn't even create that experience if within that unwanted situation wasn't all that you prefer. But you have to operate that power. You have to choose to decide how you define it. And when you define it positively, meaning for you, now you open up your world and the whole world just brings you more, right? Be as I am, because that's who you really are. That's your true nature. And that's what creates your dreams, is understanding that it's that assumption of fulfillment rearranges everything to mimic that fulfillment you feel within. And remember, no matter what you feel, no matter what happens out there, it's all changing, it's all in flux. And if you come from that state of mind, that attitude of being that it's all for me, then everything has to just keep mimicking and keep recycling itself and rearranging itself to create more fulfillment here and now. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking and sharing the video. That's how we get our message out. Thank you for your comments. I love them all. And thank you for subscribing. And until next week, see you soon.